What's up, everybody? Destroy here. Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 6. Today we have a 2v2 on a Buckland to take a look at. So let's not waste any time. We have our first player, Eonwe, as the Elves in the top right, and his ally for this matchup is Sayang as a Mordor. The opposing team we have in the bottom left, Manzdem, who might be Manzdem? I don't know though. So Manzdem it is Isengard. And his ally also, Isengard, is Bauer. So we got two Isengards, a Mordor, and an Elf. Interesting. Alright, we'll see how two Isengards fare against Mordor and Elves. Should be a good game. I was told it was, so let's hope so. Alright, so it looks like Sayang's going with an Orc Pit here. That's his starting thing. And Eonwe is going for just economy, and he's getting a barracks right there. Let's see, we got Bauer going for the Uruk Pit, of course. And Manzdem also going for an Uruk Pit. So neither player is going for the Wildman start. Definitely advisable against Elves. You don't want to go for the Wildman starts, but against Mordor doesn't do too bad. But we'll see how this strategy works, I guess. So he's going to start with Uruk-hai to try and counter Orc spam, which can be a bit tricky because, of course, Orcs get a lot more out and he can harass the opponent a lot more than the Uruk-hai can. The Uruk-hai will do a lot more damage, of course, as they're a much better battalion. And, of course, it looks like Uruk-hai are coming out from Bauer as well. And we have Lorien Warriors coming out for Eonwe. He's getting 2nd Battalion as we speak. It looks like Sayang is sending some orcs potentially to capture this inn or knock it down, one of the two. Only time will tell, I suppose. Looks like he's deciding to claim it, though. Indeed he is. And in come the Uruk-hai. Looks like they see there's 2 battalions right there. They don't want to go. I think they're going to try and group up and get a double whammy war chant. Indeed they are. Very nice. Good teamwork. Other team doing the same. Very nice indeed. Definitely advisable to do if you can. Get 2-for-1 war chants or rally calls. So you'll both have a war chant or rally call later on for something else. These Uruk-hai are going to beat the crap out of these Orc Warriors though. War chant or not. Those are not going down. Especially when they're in shield wall and hold ground stance. They will live for quite some time. Well, more orcs have showed up, but the crossbows have showed up for Manzdem, and so he should clean up nicely there. And it looks like the Lorien Warriors were outclassed by the Uruk-hai buffed as well. So the Uruk-hai will rule the day today. Also, the outpost has been knocked down, so Sayang will not be getting any sweet monies from that anymore. But he's building a new army worthy of Mordor, or at least maybe. It's just a bunch of orcs, really. Really, that's what Mordor, the backbone of Mordor is anyway. Just a bunch of orcs. Maybe not in game. Not in late game, at least. Late game Mordor doesn't particularly use too many orcs. But early game sure does. And there's the Creebine, debuffing all the orcs. Once again, holding shield wall, hold ground stance to tanky the hell out of his units. Since both hold ground stance and shield wall give quite decent boosts to their survivability, their tanky damage, resist, armor, such. Try to think of any weird ass words I could throw in there. Any more? Armor, tanky, damage. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but I think we all know what I mean. Looks like the Uruk-hai will be cleaned up though by the Orc Archers. Definitely a good addition to Sayang's army. To try and counter this. Orc Archers definitely going to help. They might not be the best archers, but they'll definitely do some damage. And if left alone long enough, they will kill Uruk-hai without too much trouble. Oh, Eonwe went for a run through. He got some of the crossbows, but he did lose a lot of lancers for his trouble to the Uruk pikemen of Bauer. But he does have some warriors and some archers there. So I'd definitely say Eonwe has the upper hand here a little bit. Just gotta keep him away from his archers, and then he can just keep harassing. Especially with his cav. Isengard doesn't have anything quick enough to deal with that right now. It's gonna be a bit tricky. Okay, it looks like Manzdem is trying to do a little damage to Sayang. Sayang just has way more than he does. So it's gonna be difficult, to say the least, although he is going for it. Potentially get this tree. I think he should be able to, actually. And now he's got Wildman thrown into his mix. He's got Pikemen, Wildman, and it looks like he's going for a Warg Pit as well. Let's see how things are going over here. We've got alerts. Very nice. Good addition to any Isengard force. He's also very helpful for sniping cav, which he's doing nicely there. Slowly whittling down the Lancers of Eonwe. Oh no. Bauer's lost his builder and his army for the most part. An unfortunate fate. You got laborers with no lumber mill. I must have destroyed it. But he's going to lose another furnace here. Bauer is definitely in a bit of a pickle, I would say. The northern team definitely seems to have the advantage here. So we'll see if that keeps up as the game progresses. We got RotWK, Pikeman, and Porcupine, which does give them increased armor as well, just like Shield Wall. It's pretty useful to use when you're tanking damage, so your crossbows can shoot while you're just sitting there meat shielding. It's good practice, good strategies to get accustomed to. Become more orcs from Sayang. He's got lots of archers. He's got, what, 4 or 5 battalions in there? Something like that. Quite a bit. But it looks like Bauer's finally able to go on the offensive here. A small but mighty force. Eonwe's Cav's not going to be too particularly useful unless Bauer moves his pikeman or loses his pikeman, one of the two. So I'd say Eonwe went for, what are they called? Lindens. Lindens would be a good choice. Because you can shoot the pikeman dead and then you can run in. And they're just pretty good. They can still trample. Not as good as the Lancers, of course, but... there you go. Once the pikemen are gone, the Lancers have free reign to just ravage the lions. They are slowly being whittled down again. But fortunately, Eonwe has this fancy little Mirror Galadriel to heal up his guys. And it looks like he's transferred into Mirkwoods as well. So that is that. Let's see how things are going over here. We got the addition of Warg Riders for Manzdem. Which could be all the difference, actually. Neutralizing all that giant amount of orc archers that he had. I think he'll do quite well. Sayang is just pouring out the orcs, though. He's doing a really good job of keeping the orc spam up. He is putting the spam in spam, so to speak. Which makes very little sense in some ways. It makes all the sense in some ways. Alright. Let's have a look at army size and stuff. Sayang has 562, 700. He's got industry now and war chance. Bauer, the Isengard player in the bottom right, has himself 259 out of 400 command points, 2 5 power points, and a 3 power point in there. And we have 2 5s as well, 7 power points in the bank for Manzdem, the bottom left player. Isengard, 423 of 625. And Eonwe has 540 of 600, and he's got 2 5s as well, and 3. So the only player to have a level 10 or 10 power point thing is Sayang currently, because he's chosen not to go for another 5 power point. At least I'm pretty sure Elvenwood is a 5er. I'm fairly sure. It's heal. No, it isn't, is it? Elvenwood is a 10 power point. I lied to you. Because the elves have Farsight's Palantir or whatever. That's Farsight. Farsight, heal, and rally call. So there's 2 players over 10 power point currently. Alright, we got a big engagement here. Sayang's coming to the bottom left with all his orcs. Although Manzdem is helping in the defense with Bauer. And they are whittling down the number of orcs here. They should be able to clean up this amount of orcs. Sharku's in here as well. Getting some kills, although he is taking some damage. Eonwe is pushing up here though. Does manage to get a barracks. He's also thrown down the elven wood. And they're going to stay near the trees. Just as he suggested. Which is wise, because Mirkwood's stealth in trees. So that's actually pretty useful. Something else to be careful of. Although there is the Wildman summon from Manzdem on the archer line of Eonwe. It's going to do some pretty significant damage, I would imagine. That's never fun. And he's also got Creevine. They both 2 Creevine. I'm pretty sure they don't stack, but 2's always better than 1, huh? And Lurtz is gone in carnage. Oh yes, very nice. And Eonwe's forces are being cut down. Between Sharku. Sharku needs to be careful, there are Mythlons in there. Another Wildman summon. Cutting off the retreat of Eonwe's forces. Very nice. Oh, there's actually Noldors in there. I didn't notice until just now. He's gone for Noldor warriors. Sharku is trying to finish off this battalion before it heals up. He needs to be a little bit careful though. Oh, he's going to get burst down with the Noldors and Sniper Mirkwoods. Somehow he managed to get away. Only just. Let's check out down here. And there is the Warg Riders getting a nice run through in the back. Eachlings are out of position. Sayang does have a bigger force there, but proper cav usage, which seems to be going nicely for Manzdem. He's getting a lot of run-throughs on the archer line. And slowly but surely the orcs are disappearing out of his base. He's also put a wall up there. I wonder if he's going to use that, or is he just throwing it down? I only say that because it's so close to the wall. No, it's just where the builder was at the time. I don't know. Either way, doesn't really matter. Rarely do you see walls, but you never know. Sayang's gone for attack trolls. Ooh. A great addition to his army, of course. Attack trolls are beasts. They do good damage, and when they level up, they get hard to kill. So they should be very, very effective, as long as they're not being burst down by pikemen or such. But if you can get him on the archers like he's going for, hell, even just walking through the archer line, it does damage. And look at that, one swing basically destroying that battalion. Although he is going to die for it, looks like. An unfortunate loss. Tactiles are not cheap. He's also flailing about. The Sayang still has the numbers here. Lurtz is in the middle of this, I think, somewhere. Or maybe not. There he is. He's not too wounded, though. Manzdem does manage to pull him out. And once again, Eonwe is pushing in on Bauer. Bauer now has Saruman, though. Very interesting. Saruman has potential. He also has potential to die very easily against Elves. As you see there, he's getting targeted a little bit. I find Saruman to be a bad choice against Elves, to be honest, because of that reason alone. They can snipe heroes quite nicely. Oh shit, we have a Fell Beast out here. Morgamir out in the field. And there goes Lurtz as well. Sharku, the only remaining Isengard hero, trying to save the day. There goes the Elven Wood, and the Devastation right on top of it. Not Devastation, Tainted Land. And in case you weren't aware, look at all the money coming for Isengard. If you kill things on Isengard's Tainted Land, you actually get scavenger, basically. Or resources for kills. If you kill units on that circle. So that'll give Isengard a nice boost. I actually didn't know about that for quite some time. Until someone told me, I was like, what? It's cool. So they have a unique Tainted Land, which is Good to know. Because I'm pretty sure goblins obviously don't get that, and Mordor doesn't get that either. But they're Tainted Land. But like Elvenwood gives you immunity to fear. They have different things for their land powers. Angmar's obviously slows you down and puts out fires, which is pretty cool as well. Alright, there's the worm summon. We got Fell Beast out in the field. We got attack trolls and all kinds of nonsense. Manzdem is struggling to keep the forces of Mordor at bay. They're just so plentiful. And saying he's just keeping the spam up for days. Look at him go. It's impressive. His macro's on point. He's also upgrading to Haradrim Archers. So he's got Haradrim Archers, attack trolls, Fell Beast. He's gaining in strength quite severely. And eventually Isengard might fall behind. Although Manzdem does have a pretty decent setup here. He's got a couple Wildman things, spamming Axors, which are very good. Cost-effective range units, which could be upgraded as well, which are quite strong when they are. The Word managed to get a couple of Urk Pits though before he goes down. A nice pickup for Sayang, definitely. Alright, we'll see if Bauer can defeat this. I don't think he wants to engage that though. At least pikeman level 5. Yeah. A level 5 battalion of Urk pikemen. Very nice. Noldor's in sword mode. Aren't they fancy? They're a bit shiny because I have a Rise of the Witch King HD texture patch on. And something went wrong with that, apparently. But, it makes them look a little shiny. Kind of like my Elrond. My Elrond has the same problem. Sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't. I don't get it. Oh god, the Elves. They also have a forged statue. But in comes the Wildman summon once again. Creepmine going up. And the Mirkwoods are falling like wheat to the scythe. They may be strong in range and power, but they are not strong in defense. And that is their weakness. Also, powers like the Watcher. If you can get a Watcher out, that'll do very well also. Morgulmir's on foot now. So he's used his Morgul Blade on something, and there's now a Barroway out and about. Now he's gone. Oh, Manzdem can get that War Graders on those Haradrim Archers. It's gonna be a nice kill for him. It looks like he smelled blood. He's going for it. And the Haradrim Archers are going to fall. Well, in theory. Maybe not. Tried. I think he clicked attack on them, but they were having trouble keeping up. Sometimes it's better to click just ahead of the unit so they just walk faster to them and trample them, instead of trying to catch them awkwardly. As you'll find sometimes when you're using Cav. Because they try to go for the attack and then they slow down because they try to swing and they're not close enough anymore. Other than just clicking ahead of them and trample them from the behind, which is probably the better option usually. As I find. Axor is definitely a good option against Mordor's Orc spam though, I'd say. Since they're very cheap, they're very powerful. And they drop orcs quite nicely. And as you see, there's a scavenger effect for the Tainted Land of Isengard going off once again. Oh, look at that Watcher. That was sick. Got him right as he was going through this choke point between his two farms. He got absolutely obliterated. It was just a bunch of orcs though. But that will allow Manzdem to start pushing in and do some damage. He's also got a lot of Axors, which are good against buildings. Another benefit Axors have over crossbows. But things seem to be going a little bleak for Bauer over here. Because now he has Ents summoned in his base with a bunch of elves from Eonwe. Although he does have a fort armor upgrade at least. There's the I want to call it Devastation. If he had Devastation, it'd pretty much kill these Ents though. And get the trees. So it's a good power to use against elves as well. But the Tainted Land is going for. It's a good thing he got that armor upgrade, because he definitely needs it. Saruman's out in the field again. Now that he has Fireball, at least he doesn't have to get as close to use a move. Maybe good to use Fireball against the Ents? I don't know. I think I would have, but looks like he's not so worried about the Ents. That Ent is going to fall. If he can get that other Ent, he'll be okay. Perhaps. Ooh, his fort is very wounded though. Lurtz managed to cut it down though. Saruman did get out alive. Very nice. See how the attack from Manzdem is going. Looks like Sayang has managed to fend it off with a ton of Orc Archers with fire arrows and a drummer troll. Also, he does have his fort upgraded a little bit with the Magma Cauldron. And a few arrow towers on it. But I kind of feel like Manzdem has swung his side in his favor a bit. Which is very interesting, because Sayang's had control pretty much all game, and now I feel like he's lost it. And now even on the other side, Bauer is pushing again. So maybe Bauer has control on this side as well. So very nice. Could be quite the comeback. Good thing he didn't lose his fort, that's for sure. Just be very careful though, Saruman's taking a bit of damage there. Problem is, Noldors are good, but they're not particularly good sometimes. They're expensive and not always worth getting. Like, I think instead of going for Noldors, maybe if he went for Silver's Marines, he might be in a better spot. I don't know. I could be wrong, of course. But Noldors maybe not doing as much work as he'd hoped. Also, using them in sword mode in version 6 of 2.02 is not particularly great. I believe they'll be getting a buff to that next version. So they'll be a bit more useful in melee or something. I don't quite remember what the change was to Noldors. But in comes Bauer once again. Saruman leading the way. This time he has a decent force. Saruman getting a nice fireball on those Mirkwoods. Sayang's pushing out with a new force. But Manzdem is here. Manzdem also has his own Saruman. So now things could get quite dicey. Especially for Sayang, who's using mass amounts of orcs and stuff. Saruman can get some huge wizard blasts in there. Because he has big clumps of units. I wonder why he's beaking so much. Oh, he has Watcher. He wants Bauer to use his Watcher, I bet. There it is. Watcher is so devastating. Players have a tendency to move their armies in clumps, and Watcher just really takes advantage of that. And that is definitely going to slow Sayang down a bit. Also, he's probably going to lose his Rajan Palace. Attention up. Arrow towers on the fort of Sayang will take that out. But now he's got not much. He needs to get his forces back. He's trying to get, looks like, level 2 siege works. Potentially level 3 for some Black Riders. Oh, huge arrow volley. I think that was Sayang's. I think he's the only one who has arrow volley. Yep. Very nice. Manzdem did not move, and he paid the price. His force is very much diminished. And the fortress of Bauer stands still, and he just still has, or he has upgraded it to the lightning tower there, wizard tower. So you can use lightning strike on a bunch of elves that are standing there shooting at him, which is pretty useful. Very useful power actually for Isengard against elves. Well, really, any of the fort things are useful against elves, unless they're eagle. Summon eagle isn't particularly useful because of obvious reasons. Unless you use it well, I suppose. Well-timed eagle could be good in any situation. Alright, here we go. Oh, no! Well, that's unfortunate. A Sunflare decimating Bauer's army, causing him to retreat. Saruman almost died in that Sunflare as well. Youch. He baited him in, and then he killed him. It was good. And Saruman for Manzdem falls as well. He's the only one who fell, but he's dead now. Rip. Saying summoning the worm in defense. See how effective that is. Should be pretty effective considering how clumped Manzdem's army is right now. These guys are going to get hit. Oh no. That's a huge burn. He's feeling the burn. Damn. Well, that pretty much decimated Manzdem's army. Very nice defensive worm. Causing him to get stuck in this choke point there, right behind the worm. Good timing. There's been a lot of good timings on the power usage here. Which is very good. There is the lightning tower. I'd laugh if the eagle get hit by lightning. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Oh, he has Wing Blast. Level 6 eagle. He's actually had the eagle out for a while. I didn't even know he had an eagle. Oh, interesting. Yeah, but eagles get Wing Blast, of course, at level 5. Oh, no, but the eagle falls. Well, I'm sure he's glad to have the eagle out of his hair. That Wing Blast can be a real bitch at times as well. Just knocking your army down consistently, doing damage can be quite devastating, actually. It will pretty quickly kill a small or a big weak army like orcs or something. They don't have the army to withstand the armor or health to withstand the wizard blast. Wing Blast. The words are getting lost. Too many W words. Alright, Sayang's going up against Manzdem once again. Manzdem, I think, has a better force, though. He's got a Berserker on the Archer line, which is very good. He's got upgrades for his Axors. Definitely key there. That'll definitely speed things along for him. And also, he's got leadership for alerts. And he does manage to do it all on Elvenwood. So the Elvenwood's not benefit anyone too much now. And we do indeed have Black Riders out for Sayang. Sayang's forces looking nasty. I'd love to see a Mumik, but I don't think it's going to happen. Mumiks aren't as popular as I'd like. Even though they're pretty devastating. I think Mumiks against Isengard are actually very devastating. Not always, of course. If the player knows what he's doing. Which is really the case against Mumiks with any faction. If the player knows what he's doing, he can take that Mumik pretty easily. Eagle's back out. Saruman getting a nice Wizard Blast. He's up to level 6. He could do his lightning strike thing. How the eagle goes down once again. Upgraded Isengard. Axor is just brutal. There's Watcher once again on Sayang's army. Never gets old. So yeah, it's very back and forth in the left side of the map. But it definitely seems like on the right side of the map, I'd say Bauer is getting the advantage here and he is starting to win. Now that he's clearing out the base of Eonwe, I think it's only a matter of time. Saying since it's Black Riders, I don't know if it's going to be enough though. They're still dying fairly rapidly. So yeah, I think it's only a matter of time here. Eonwe might fall. There's still so much. This shows how good Isengard upgrades are, especially on Axors. It makes them durable, and it also makes their damage pretty crazy good, especially against structures and such. You look at the buildings just die. I mean, it does help they're standing on the tainted land as well, but Isengard upgrades pretty good. They're one of the factions that benefit hugely from upgrades, I find. And the Black Riders are just about going to die there. I think Eonwe's toast. Oh, there's the arrow volley. He didn't move his troops, but it looks like they actually tanked a bit of it. Killed a lot of them, though. Black Riders trying to do some damage. There's just not enough of them. Look at these guys. They're tanking everything. Tainted Land is doing work with this armor. And just like that, the fort of Eonwe is gone. Eonwe has been defeated. And there you go. Sayang stands alone. His odds of victory very much not so good. If that's English. Close enough. 2-on-1. 2 upgraded Isengards late game against 1 Mordor. I don't fancy his chances here. We'll see how he does until he's done, I suppose. These Black Riders get to level 2, but unfortunately they're just... because they lost all momentum when they go in through these guys, they're not doing any damage. They at least need some momentum. They can chase down heroes though very nicely. Look at Saruman taking huge damage from Black Riders. Black Riders are basically made to hunt heroes, it feels like. They're so good. And just like that, Saruman is dead. Saruman is dead. Alright, Bauer's moving his forces into the base of Sayang, while Manzdem keeps him busy over here. Luckily for them, they don't have a Gorgo Spire to deal with. And in comes the Dragon Strike from one of the Isengard players. Oh yeah. Oh. He actually hit a lot of Bauer's army there. I'm gonna assume that wasn't Bauer's Dragon Strike then. Oh, it was actually. He hit a lot of his own army. Awkward. It doesn't matter at this point, I think. I think they pretty much got this in the bag, as Sayang doesn't have much left. And of course his ally's already dead, which pretty much seals your fate usually. Anyway. Alright, cool. That was pretty action-packed though, I will admit. And the Black Riders are finally dead. The last pocket of resistance for Mordor. What can orcs do against such reckless Isengard? They can die. That's about it, really. I just like they're toying with each other here. Good old friendly watcher. Oh, Sayang did have the magma cauldron. Oh, no. So many dead. Luckily, not all of them are dead. So you still have to kill the fort. Uruk pikemen and the Uruk warriors still live. That just shows magma cauldron won't save you from everything. If you got buffed Uruks with armor, they're not going to die to that. At least not one round of it. There we are. Sayang's been defeated. And Manzdem and Bauer are victorious. Cool. That was a very back and forth game, actually. I thought the northern team was doing quite well for about the halfway point of the game, something like that. I thought Eonwe was going to win over there. And it turns out, yeah, the Bauer managed to turn it around, so that was very good. But yeah, well played to all those players. A good match. And thank you, King Thranduil, for sending that one in. That was a good one. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that cast, and I'll see you guys in the next one of the Rise of Witch King Patch 2.2. See you all next time.